From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Thursday, April the 23rd, 2020. We open with ongoing medical efforts to deal with the coronavirus pandemic. Israeli researchers at Sheba Medical Center in Ramat Gan and American researchers at the NIH, the National Institutes of Health, which is the medical research agency here in the U.S., have joined forces to find treatments for COVID-19. Sheba will supply the NIH's Vaccine Research Center with blood samples, plasma, and the virus itself from infected patients in Israel, as well as information from clinical trials and experimental treatments. And the NIH will support Sheba's research. NIH's Dr. Daniel Dweck said this collaboration brings together the outstanding clinical acumen of Sheba Medical Center with our state-of-the-art approaches to the scientific investigation of human infectious disease. He said, "I am certain that we will be able to contribute much to the resolution not only of this current pandemic, but also of emerging infections in the future." A drug that showed some promise in treating COVID-19 is currently conducting a global clinical trial. The Jerusalem Post reports that selinexor, or Expovio, developed by Karyopharm Therapeutics, which was co-founded by Israeli scientist Sharon Shaham, has clinical trials underway in the U.S. and Europe and will now begin at 4 hospitals in Israel as well. And scientists working in Israel diligently towards a vaccine for the virus said they plan to begin clinical trials this summer. Migvax, which is affiliated with the Migal Research Institute in northern Israel, will conclude their animal testing next month. They announced yesterday that they now have secured a $12 million investment led by Our Crowd, which is a Jerusalem-based crowdfunding investment platform to speed up the process. CEO John Medved said the race for a COVID-19 vaccine is about saving countless lives, and we are grateful to be able to support this important effort. 3 Jewish organizations have joined forces to help Jewish communities around the world at risk because of the coronavirus pandemic. The Jewish Federations of North America, the Jewish Agency for Israel, and Keren HaYesod United Israel Appeal launched the COVID-19 Loan Fund for Communities in Crisis, a $10 million fund providing no-interest loans to Jewish communities and organizations, including in Italy, Spain, South Africa, and countries in South America. JFNA President and CEO Eric Fingerhut said this new fund will help ensure the continuity of our vital Jewish communal infrastructure and enable us to renew and rebuild when the time comes. Jewish Agency Chair Isaac Herzog said we are dealing with an unprecedented crisis that is impacting every aspect of life, including the Jewish world. The Jewish people, he said, are responsible for one another, now more than ever. Well, for the first time in history, an Arab member of Israel's Knesset eulogized the Holocaust during the Knesset's ceremony for Yom Hashoah, Holocaust Remembrance Day, this week. Mansour Abbas leads the United Arab List religious party. He addressed the Knesset on Tuesday, condemning Holocaust denial, which he said was a moral failure. And he said its betrayal of the values of truth and justice is a transgression of a fundamental principle in Islam, the testimony of truth and justice. He added, as a religious Palestinian Muslim Arab who was raised on the legacy of Sheikh Abdallah Nimar Darwish, who founded the Islamic movement, I have empathy to the pain and suffering over the years of Holocaust survivors and the families of the murdered. I stand here, he said, to show solidarity with the Jewish people here and forever. Abbas also included a prayer from the Quran in memory of the 6 million Jews murdered during the Holocaust. And in Brazil this week, the words Holocaust Never Again in Portuguese were displayed on the country's National Congress building to mark Yom HaShoah, as well as the words Solidarity Saves Lives. President of the Brazilian Senate, Davi Alcolumbre, who is also the first Jew to serve in that role, tweeted it was the greatest genocide in history, of which as a human being and as a Jew I sympathize and suffer twice. We reinforce it to the world so that we never have to witness a Holocaust again. This is the third year in a row that the Holocaust tribute lit up the Twin Towers of the Congress in Brasilia. The second message is new this year. President of the Brazilian Israelite Confederation, Fernando Lautenberg, explained, at this time when humanity is experiencing the coronavirus pandemic, the message of solidarity is even stronger and more necessary. Looking now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Thursday, April the 23rd at 7 o'clock, it's Talmud study, and then more programming in honor of Yom Hashoah. At 8, a Yom Hashoah commemoration service from New York City's Central Synagogue. At 9, Mark Golub sits down with Jewish activist Dr. Naomi Vilko, who talks about what it was like growing up the child of Holocaust survivors. At 10 o'clock, the Los Angeles Museum of the Holocaust presents the Shoah in Yiddish poetry and song, with Yiddish and Broadway star Mike Burstyn and many others. And coming up right after this newscast, join Mark Golub on Together During COVID-19. Tonight with emergency medicine physician Dr. Howard Werman. And that's the JBS News Update for Thursday, April the 23rd, 2020. I'm Teisha Bader. Stay healthy, stay well.